Welcome everyone to the show. I'm your host, Don Vic. And you know we're already here in the building. You know what it is, what it could be, what it should be. Woo! What a day. Rainy out here, chilly. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of this weather. You know? Facts. So, guys, today is it's a good day. We got the Boston Celtics today play Brooklyn, New York. They're playing for the finals, so the game is on right now, and I'm here in the studio. Okay, so hope the Celtics win. We need this win. We're trying to bring home another championship. So, guys, I also want to thank every supporter, everybody that supports the Don Vic Show. Big shout out to you guys, to all the fans, the viewers. You already know what it is. So, today we have a special guest coming on the show by the name of Ulu Gomez. And that's interesting. Gomez is like a Latin last name. So we're going to have to ask her about last name. Okay, but she's amazing. She's business owner. She got her own talk show, and she has a business that she runs with her 8-year-old, which is interesting as well. We're going to talk about that too. So, people, please welcome Ulu Gomez to the show. Hey.
Aloha.
Aloha. I love the hat.
Thank you.
I love it. It's awesome.
Thank you. I have to give a shout out to New to You Thrift Boutique here in Henderson. They've been open since August, and every time I've shopped there, I found wonderful things, and so
really?
I bought this online.
I love it. That's so
dope. Thank you. Thank you.
Good. So you out of Las Vegas?
Yes.
You're actually Hawaiian, right? You're from Hawaii?
Yes, I was born and raised in Hawaii. Yes.
Puna is Puna, Hawaii, where those are your roots.
Yes. So well, after high school, I moved to Puna, and I had my family there, my kids, and all of that. But I set my roots there after high school, and I lived there for over 20 years. And then I decided to come to Vegas. But yes, that's where I come from. That's where I learned my culture, like really dug deep into my Hawaiian culture there. And yeah, became part of a great community for so many years.
I love Hawaii. I never been there. I never been to Hawaii, but I see the beautiful beaches and the volcanoes, which got me nervous. But because I don't know how, where to run or how far I got to swim.
Well, I mean, in 2014, just a little bit of history on it's been active on the island of Hawaii in where I'm from.
Okay.
For many years, since the 80s.
Really?
And the people there have learned to live with an active volcano, believe it or not.
Wow.
And 2014 it got really crazy, and then in 2018 it got more crazy. So we had a lot of people moving from along the coast in Puna, moving towards the east side of Puna to get away from the volcano and the lava flow and everything. And so in 2018 I moved here to Vegas.
Okay.
But yes, we do live with an active volcano.
Oh my goodness! Like I don't know if I can sleep at night. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep. I'll have bags on my eyes like I ain't slept in months thinking about this volcano, you know? Wow.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens where it's like, okay, we got to watch out and be careful and watch where the lava flow is going. Hmm.
Okay, so do you guys have like, we know like China, they have like tsunami warnings, where they blow like a horn and before even it gets the tsunami gets to China to the coast. Do they have any alarm system there where they can alert the community before when the volcano starts to erupt, or is this something that they don't know?
Actually, okay, so I think in Guatemala, the
Right.
same year, 2018, so Guatemala, there's two different kinds of volcano eruptions. And one is where the explosion and a
Hmm.
lot of ash. Here, excuse me, here, I keep thinking, I keep
You
thinking of back
home?
home. Yeah. Back home in Hawaii, we have the volcano where it kind of flows from underneath the ground and
Oh,
just flows. So because it's the island of Hawaii is the youngest island, and so it's active. The volcano is active, and so our emergency broadcast system, we do have like for tsunamis and the horns, but mostly it's on the radio and they keep us informed on a daily basis. The thing that we do have to watch out is the sulfur. So when the lava flow goes to the ocean,
yeah.
the creates a lot of smoke and the sulfur is not so good for you.
Right.
So we actually have days where okay, it could be green where the air quality is good, and
Yeah.
days where it's yellow, orange, and red where the sulfur, which actually is very bad for you.
I know, right?
Luckily for trade winds.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
yeah, yeah. A thriving
Woo.
community on a active volcano.
Right. I swear to God, I won't even know how to live there. I'll be like, yo, but I love it. I want to visit there one day. Um,
Yes.
I hear that the people are wonderful, friendly. So I I definitely need love in my life. You know what I mean? Need some good energy.
Yes. Yeah.
So so you came to LA, I mean to Los Angeles, um,
Vegas.
and yeah, and you started a career there, right? As you got your own talk show as well, right?
Yes. So I came to Las Vegas and you know, I did not think that I would ever be in the entertainment industry like this. I thought I was going to go back to school and get my master's in early childhood and go back to Hawaii and, go back to work for Head Start as a
Right.
preschool teacher. And
Okay.
I love preschool. I love preschool. But when COVID happened, I kind of, I think we all kind of got into that, like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen?
Right.
What's going to
Right.
happen? So I was working, at that time, I was working with this hip hop artist and doing A&R for him. And I was a personal assistant. He introduced me to the business industry.
Right.
And I started, doing I started my own business, Ulu High Life, selling, um, artificial flowers. And
Mm,
actually, this is one of them. So I started selling these. And so, because Vegas is known as the ninth island, there's a lot of Hawaiian influence here. And so I started selling these, and then I started making jewelry, and I started to get on a live stream broadcast app, social media
yeah.
app, and
Yeah.
I became a contracted broadcaster for about a year and a half because I was home and working from home. I needed a job. I needed money. I was like, oh my gosh. And so I was like, I did that for a year and a half, which was a great experience. And then that's how it got me to the mainstream app like Facebook and Instagram. And then I birthed my own show.
Yeah, I watched some of your show. You recently was talking to a guy I know, Terry,
Yes.
and I was watching that for a little bit, and I think it was something that was offered to you like a cartoon character or something.
Yes.
Tell us about
He offered me a he was like, "Hey, call me." He saw my show and he was like, "Call me." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I called him. He said, "I wanna offer you um uh a position in my comic fashion show." And I was like, "Huh? What do you mean?
that.
Fashion show?" He's like, "Yeah, and he sent me the art, the design and everything. And then he got to explaining to me what it was. So I am going to be playing, my character is Firefox.
I've seen that
And
Firefly.
so
Another character.
thank you. Yeah. And I had told him, I said, it's interesting that you even came up with that because I'm an Aries, so I'm very fiery
Yeah.
naturally.
Okay. Oh,
And
easy. Put up. Hey, bring the water in.
and I said my background, uh, it's so connected to the volcano,
Yeah.
the legend of Pele, the fire goddess in Hawaii, and the stories I've danced about her journeys through the islands as the fire goddess,
Wow.
the creator, and the element of destruction and creation
Ooh.
in Hawaii, and she's very, very well admired and honored. And so I said, "That's so strange. You would just pick Firefox." So I said,
Wow.
I was like, "I hope I can represent well."
Yeah, I think you can play that character well. I mean, I can see the fire in you. Don't burn the flower. Don't burn the flower now.
No, no, no. This flower holds the mana, the power too.
Yes, facts. I love it. Looks good, by the
Thank
way.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Um, what are some of the traditions that you still um, follow from home?
Well, definitely I do every day. I do a I would say it's almost like a chakra,
Okay.
but it's different because it's Hawaiian. It's just a different type of chakra. So I do something called Ho'oponopono Keala. And so this Ho'oponopono Keala was actually a requirement as a hula dancer. So my kumu or teacher required us to take this class, and it's a very spiritual class. It is actually about recognizing that you are first a spirit. So if you are first a spirit, why wouldn't you be beautiful? Why would you want to be anything other than beautiful? Not so much not so much appearance wise, but
Right.
in your mind, your thoughts, in your heart, the words that come out of your mouth, how you perceive things. So the first step in doing that is acknowledgement of yourself. However you may be feeling, however you may be thinking, whatever you may be going through, and accepting everything that is going on in your life so that you can cope with it, balance your mind and your emotions. So because if you let your mind run away with you, we all know you go crazy. If you let your emotions take over, that is destruction.
Yeah, facts. Hello.
So our Hawaiian people say this thing called ikaponomea. Ikaponomea is things are as they should be. So the first thing of being a spirit is acknowledging everything that is, and everybody, everyone that has a part in your life, has played a part in your life. It is what it is, but not just saying it, but actually manifesting it into your spirit rather than just going, yeah, okay, whatever, and acting like you don't care and being salty about it, you know?
Yeah.
So, and then approaching it with pleasantness. So that is how we perpetuate the Hawaiian culture and our lifestyle, living true aloha.
Mm, I
Yeah.
love
Yes. Aloha is not just hi,
right,
hello, love. Aloha actually means being modest, unassuming, working in unity, not just physically, but in spirit as well. If your mind and your spirit wants to do it, the outcome of it will be great and everything will be just pono, good.
right.
Working with pleasantness and living with pleasantness, being humble, and
Right.
also being patient, which is one of the hardest things that we us
Yeah,
humans, we have a
yeah,
hard time being patient with ourselves.
right.
Yeah.
I learned to be patient. It took me a long time, but I've learned, and by being patient, staying humble, staying real to myself, a lot of things, opportunities, come to you and doors open. You know,
Yes.
but you got to stay consistent. I say it all the time. You got to stay consistent in whatever it is you believe in, right?
Yes.
Or whatever vision you have for your future. You have to stay on that, because if you start something, if you start something in life that you want to proceed and you're halfway there and all of a sudden you stop, that'll haunt you in the future because you'll be like, man, I wonder where I would have been if I would have went all the way. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
so
Yes.
so at least go all the way and see what the results are. And if it doesn't work, then on to the next project. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
at
And
least
that's why I'm here. And that's why I took to Vegas, because I told myself, if I don't do this now, I'll never do it. I'll regret it in 2 years. I'll regret it in 5 years. I might regret it in 6 months. So July was the date that I decided to move to Vegas and come here for the first time. And I told myself, if I don't do it, I'm gonna always be wondering, like how you said.
right,
And I
right,
didn't want that. That's a burden.
right. It is, and we're in this industry, right? And this ain't for everybody, right? Um, because I say not everybody gonna make it.
Yeah,
Everybody is shooting to get to that point. But I always say, for me, this is for me speaking. I'm gonna go all the way, right? I'll go all the way and see where my destination is. Make it or not, at least I know in my heart that I put 100% in it. I did the
yeah,
best that I could do. It wasn't for me. It wasn't meant for me to make it. You know what I mean? I got
yeah,
other plans, but at least I'm gonna pursue what I love to do and see what happens to the end. If it happens, it happened. If it don't, at least I had a good run. I met beautiful people like you and everybody else that I've met on my show. And at least I can say, I know wonderful people around the world. That was my blessing, to get to know amazing people all over the world.
yeah.
So that's my mindset. But again, we all want to succeed and be at a level where we're comfortable in, but again, that's not for everybody, you
It's
know.
not. It's not. I've learned quite a few things, even when I first started on that social media broadcasting app. I don't know
Mhm.
if you heard it, Live Me.
Yeah, live
Okay,
me,
yeah.
and then you have another one. It's called Juicy and Jabber on Lady TV.
Yeah, Juice and Jabber. Yes, I
Yes.
started that Juice and Jabber because I got COVID. And my babies, I got to take care of my babies, so I started juicing, and when COVID first started coming out, I was researching a lot, and I started juicing, and I was like, okay, we're going to keep ourselves healthy. And we survived the first wave of COVID, and not and then finally we got it. And I started to talk about a lot of the things that I did, and it helped me and my children really get through. Like we kind of like really sailed through it,
Right.
really sailed through it when you're hearing all kinds of things on the media about people dying like
Oh
two
my
days
God.
after they get it, and
Yes, my God.
all that kind of stuff. But I already had started changing a lot more of our ways on what we consume and everything. So I that's how I started Juice and Jabber. and I talk about health and health tips. And whenever people got sick, I would say, okay, this is what worked for me, and
Right.
all of that stuff. And so
That,
that's why I started that. Juice and Jabber, yes, every
that's great.
Tuesday.
That's great.
Yeah,
COVID was, hit home bad, right?
yeah,
But it had its good side because we were so, like, for me, I was so busy into work and what's surrounding me that I wasn't really focusing on myself. I didn't have time to focus on myself. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't have enough time to think about it or put it all in paper or, and proceed it. But when COVID came, it gave me time to focus on myself, get to know myself better than what I thought I knew myself because I was, stuck in the house. So what can I
yep,
do? You know what I mean? And I got to spend more time with the family and stuff. And I said, okay, well, this is what I need to do. This is what I want to do. And at that time, I was still doing my podcast, but I didn't bring it. I wasn't where I am today. But
hmm,
this is where I wanted to be. So it worked. You
yes,
know, the time that um the COVID gave us to stay in the house, worked for me because I said, okay, my plan that I put together came to play. Now I'm on another mission. So,
woohoo,
but
yes,
it had its good and its bad. But so I see what you're saying. You started a Juice and Jabber because you had some time to come up with some ideas and put them to play. You also have you make jewelry, and you got your 8-year-old daughter already being an entrepreneur.
yes, yes. This morning we were doing it, and she created some. She created one. I don't know what she did with it, but yeah, it's called Yaya Mamas, and
Yes.
candy charms. And let me tell you, that girl, when we did our first pop-up event, that girl, I'm gonna tell you how much she made, $160.
What?
Yeah. So I said, okay, baby, we gotta put this much back into what we invested in, and this is what you can do. And I said, you can go and let's go to the 99-cent store, and you can blow out this
Yeah,
much and do whatever you want because you earned it. So
that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, she is she loves to do she also does miniature furniture out of cardboard.
Oh, so she's a creator, huh?
She's a creator. She
I love
loves to do that.
that's
Yeah.
so cool. That's
She,
so cool. So
here's just one that she made. I just wanted to show you. So it's
that's a
candy
great.
charms. It's very, very 8-year-old.
Yeah, it's
Very
unique.
8-year-old.
That's
Yeah.
unique. Yeah, that's so cool. And that's the bracelet, right?
Yes, it's a bracelet.
Wow.
Yes. So I have my little display of our
Oh,
little
that's so cool.
inventory we have.
That's so cool.
Yes. Yeah. So I told her I would work on that, and I'm working on my website trying to get some products on there of Ulu High Life accessories, my accessories that I do.
Mm, okay, girl. Okay.
And also hers as well. And then my hula as well.
So, okay, so do you have a channel where you and your daughter are making these things from scratch or not yet? Or is something that you are going to work on, like a live show where you guys are putting things together as far as
Yeah.
your jewelry?
Yes. I just started a YouTube channel,
Okay.
Ulu High Life. And I have a couple videos on here. I do on there. I do a little podcast on there talking about women empowerment. I do
Right.
my hula on there. I also have a little clip, a reel up there of Bestie and me.
Okay.
So check it out, and then yeah, definitely in the works of doing that, and being able to, to push forward your mamas and Ulu High Life accessories.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. What would you like your 8-year-old to get into as she get older? Would you like to her to get into a filming career, doctor, lawyer, business owner? What are your plans
Well,
to guide her to? Because once she gets to her certain age, she's going to want to do what she wants to. But at
yes.
least you're going to guide her to something where you feel is going to benefit her in the future.
The first thing I will say this, and this is very, very, I don't know if it's cliche or what, but it's very traditional for in Hawaii, the Hawaiian families for their daughters to learn hula.
Okay, and you're a teacher as well. You're teaching hula as well.
Yes, I am a teacher. I'm actually called my title with the hula halal, the hula school that I'm with.
Yeah.
Is called Alakai, and Alakai in Hawaiian means assistant. So my kumuhula, my teacher is here, and I'm like right under her.
Okay.
So everything that I do, because I'm still in the learning process of becoming a kumuhula, I'm still under training.
Right.
And so this is great. This is perfect for me to be here in Henderson teaching. And so with my daughter, my both of my daughters actually,
Okay.
it is tradition to have them learn hula because it is part of our culture. It is part of the story that our ancestors told, and it's being passed on from generation to generation. And the importance of that is so that spiritually, ho'oponopono ke'ala, we go back to the spiritual growth.
Yeah.
It is the very foundation of our people.
Mm,
Hula is the way our people told stories of their battles, their travels, of love, places they've been, the
wow.
history, the story of children being birthed to
Mm,
royal families, or love that was forbidden between a chief and a just a village girl, or a princess and a village boy, or
right.
and little innuendos of love making under the waterfall. I mean, it just goes on.
Well, yeah. So that's interesting. I love that. Um,
Yes.
uh, your your last name is Gomez.
Okay.
Okay, but that's not a whole like a Hawaiian last name, right?
Okay.
Gomez Gomez is like my last name, Santiago. Like I'm Puerto Rican, so Gomez is a Puerto Rican last name or a Latin last name. Let's put it like that.
Yes.
So how'd you get? Because it says Ulu, which sounds Hawaiian, then slash Boricua, or like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, okay, well, is she Hawaiian? I'm like, okay, is she Hawaiian? Is she Latin? Like, okay, what we gonna do here?
Okay. So, gosh, okay, so listen to this. I'm gonna drop a bomb on you right
Oh
now.
my goodness, hold on, call it on cars, call it on cars. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, it's my ex-husband's last name. I still carry his last
Okay,
name.
okay, that's all. Okay,
So,
I
but
figured something.
actually,
Yeah.
yeah. So my ex-husband is actually almost pure Portuguese.
Oh,
So
Portuguese.
so so the little conflict of the last name pronunciation. Um, Many people here pronounce my last name Gomez, but it's actually pronounced Gomes.
Oh, Gomes.
Which honestly, I have no clue as the origin really. I
Okay.
just know that my ex-husband's last name was Gomes, and so how I kept it was, this is a very interesting story how I had to end up keeping my last name. So when we was in COVID, I bought a car. I couldn't register it. My license expired. My Hawaii license expired. Okay,
Mm,
but I was divorced. Okay, I
okay.
was divorced. I had to renew my my license here, but because the DMV was shut down for like 6 months, I was driving around
Oh my God.
completely illegal, but I did have that letter. I had that letter. So finally, when the city started opening up the appointments, it was like, very, very sensitive, time sensitive. When you get that ticket to come back at that certain time, you better come, or else you out of luck. You shit out of luck, of your appointment. So I
Yeah.
went in there. I went in there with my divorce papers and everything, and all of that, and it was so packed that they was pushing people out like that, and I forgot to give them the paper and say, "Can I change my last name back to Domingo?"
Domingos. Yeah.
That's Hispanic for real. My grandfather was Hispanic.
Oh, okay.
Spanish, yeah, my dad's side. So my birth name is Domingo.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I said, when I took the picture, the lady said, "Oh, your picture came out nice." And I said, "Oh shit, my last name."
So it stayed like that. What a
I said, "Damn it, I cannot stand back in line. I gotta go back to work."
wow. So
So
you stayed
I'm
Gomez.
just gonna leave it. I'm just
Gomes.
gonna
Gomes.
leave it. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it because I think it's fitting
Okay.
for my personality. I think
Right.
it's fitting. Although I do marry my dad's last name, it's okay. It's okay. Iko pono mea. It is what it is.
Mm. So the hula dance,
Yes.
it's just not hula dancing. It has a lot of meaning to it, which you just explained what hula means. But what is the actual dance like? Is it because when they say hula dance to me, I'm thinking like the waist, you're shaking the way and,
Yeah.
and you turning around. Is that the actual dance?
Yes. So so hula is done in sync with your hands, and your hips together to
Right.
the beat of the music. Um, the hands tell the story of what you're dancing about. If you're dancing about the trees, it would be like that. If you're dancing about a kiss to your lover, it would be like that, or just one hand. Or if I'm looking at you with love in my heart. But it's in movement with the hips and steps. Um,
You
it
see?
is it has been known as seductive. So a little history back then, when the missionaries came to Hawaii, they kind of banned the hula
Oh, really?
because they said it was of the devil.
Oh, God. Really?
Yeah. So it was a dying culture for a long time. The language, the the taboos that the Hawaiians kept,
Mm.
you know, they did little things like, okay, so back then the women never ate with the men because the men felt, why should the women be concerned with the business of the day that men have to deal with? And the
Oh,
missionaries came and said, "Oh, you're treating your women bad. Da, 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 da. No, no, no. We're gonna eat together." And that's now we have what we call feminism. Feminism. You know, that's the way I look at it. We have feminism now because it's twisted. It's twisted.
you're
You
right.
and as far as the hula, the native people, they dance to, in natural garments that was made from trees and leaves and everything, and so they thought of it as being very, very seductive and pagan and this and that. But today, the hula is very much alive, and people are perpetuating it all over the country, all over the world, even in Japan.
Wow.
So, yeah, yeah. So it tells you, there's a song that says, "Keep your eyes on the hands versus the hips," not the hips, but the hands.
Well, I don't know if I can keep my eyes on the hands. I know, because them hips be hitting too hard. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I
Oh my
know, I
goodness.
know.
That, that's amazing. Like I didn't know that hula meant so much to to your people. I thought hula was just hula dancing and that's it, but it has it has a history to it. So that's
Definitely.
yeah. Thank you for telling me about that.
Yeah,
Nicole's talking about when I visit Vegas, I can do the hula dance.
you can. I will
Listen,
teach you.
I
You
need
can
my
come
I
to me.
need Ulu, I need my waistline. I ain't trying to break a bone. I ain't trying to do none of that. Okay.
We'll go
I
slow.
leave that hula dance to you girls.
We'll go slow. I promise. I'll go slow.
Yeah, well, uh, I don't know about that one. I have to think about that one, Olu. And Nicole started trying to set me up with the hula dance.
Nicole. Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah, big shout out to Nicole Vegas. She's amazing.
She is. She is.
Because of her, we're here today. So big thank you so much for
Thank
connecting.
you, Nicole.
And she's amazing.
I
And
actually met her on accident because I know her from her lives and I know her from her posts and everything, and she tagged me and introduced me to people. And I was walking up the street one day and I was like, and she was walking down looking all sexy, and I said, "Is that Nicole Vegas?" And she's like,
yeah,
so she was on Water Street, she was on my side of town, and I actually was coming back from a meeting with somebody up there on Water Street, and I saw her, and it was great. It was great
yeah,
to meet her. It was great to meet her. I first met her because Mo and Andrea from Fireproof TV Films did a little class with her, survival class, and that's how I first met her on social media. I saw her. I was like, this woman is awesome.
yeah, she is.
To
You
follow
know,
her.
I love Nicole's energy. She's always hyped up.
Yeah,
I'm going to Vegas sometime this year, and I'm gonna go meet up with her and stuff, and and um I don't even know if I can keep up with her. She's like everywhere, too much energy. So we're talking about hula dancing and stunts. No woods, no stunts. Laughing out loud. She said,
she said she loves Henderson.
yeah, she does. Oh yes, we didn't train.
Oh yeah, they did the survival training with and then another Michael, another cameraman, videographer was there as well. So that was, like I said, that was the first time I ever saw her on Facebook, and I was very, very like, I was like, I need to learn some stuff from her and glean from her and watch
Yeah,
her and follow
yeah,
her.
definitely. Nicole is an outgoing person. She's a people. That's what I love about her. She reminds me a lot of me. She's a people's people. She loves people, and she loves to
Yes.
help. She loves to help people. And like I always say, you can't help everybody, right? You got to kind of like put people or introduce people where you think they fit in with the right crowd of people.
Yeah.
And Nicole's that type of person. That's what I like about her. She just don't, you know, um, connect people just to connect them and things
No,
will
she
work out.
doesn't.
Right. So that's what I love about her. And she's doing a lot of things. She's always on live with her family. I'm a family man.
Yes, I
I'm, a,
love that too. Me too.
I'm
I'm
about family.
always with my kids. Always.
Yes, I'm always with my son. If he ain't here, I'm by myself or with my co-host. You know, so I'm a family man. I'm about family. Me and my boys, we hang out and stuff. So I think that's so beautiful. But definitely, we
Definitely.
go to Vegas. If I go to Vegas, I'm gonna take my son with me because he's
Woohoo!
never been there. I never been there. It'll be my first time.
Really?
Yeah. So we're gonna turn up when we go out there.
Well, I definitely want to be a part of that when you come, for
Oh yeah.
sure.
Well, sure. I'm definitely going to reach out to Nicole, let her know exactly when we're going, and then we'll reach out to you, and maybe we can all meet up and go have some dinner and get into some stuff out there. You know,
Check the sites. Yep.
yes, check the sites. I know there's a few people that I know that got talk shows out there, so I'll probably you know link up with them and come and do some things while I'm out there as well. You know,
My show.
yeah, your show live in
Yes.
Vegas. That'll be so cool.
Yes.
Um, so, tell us what are some of your goals that you would love to achieve at this point?
At this point, well, I have a lot of stuff that's being like a lot of opportunities that's being presented in front of me, and there's no way that I'm going to pass them up. If I am able to do them, I'm going to definitely take them on. But my goal right now, one of my main goals is to launch off my hula classes. My main goal is to have an extension of the halal, the hula school that I dance for back home, and to bring my instructor here and to branch out here in Henderson and maybe even Las Vegas to teach the traditional hula, because I feel like we all need it. We all need the hula because hula, it creates a foundation of spiritual stability
Mm,
within people. When you really, really tap into the culture, the ancient culture, and understanding the meaning of the hula, when you're learning the chants and the stories behind the chants and the meaning and the way how the people lived, there's so many things that I want to do. I do want to teach Ho'oponopono Keala as well. That was, like I said, a requirement as a hula dancer.
mm,
I do want to teach that. I'm working on being able to get that started. um I also would like to have my Bestie and Me show be on a major broadcast. So
okay.
we're kind of working at that. My bestie, my bestie, she's coming to Las Vegas at the beginning of the month, and we're gonna do a Bestie and Me together physically. So
Oh,
that's gonna be popping. That's gonna be crazy because I tell you, my bestie, she's awesome. She is so like, we talk about real stuff,
mm,
conversations that we have. Basically, what we talk about on our Bestie and Me live shows is
yeah.
what we talk. Minus the cussing, okay? Minus the swearing a lot. We
Cut.
do swear, but yeah, minus that, we're trying to be a little bit, ladylike and not so ratchet.
Right, right, right. I
So,
get it.
but we talk about real stuff, even things down to how women takes care of herself,
Right,
herself, and
right.
things that we've experienced, because we realize that a lot of women, they don't really know a lot of stuff,
Mm,
and they think that they're the only ones experiencing certain things,
right,
from hygiene to sex to emotional trauma to just and empowering each other in a
right,
real way. We don't want to sugarcoat anything. We really don't. you
right.
know and we're both single parents too, so, and we actually came together and helped each other throughout the years when we was being separated from our marriages.
Well,
So all the things that we share is stuff that we actually learned as we were together trying to repair ourselves.
right. And
Yep.
and that's good that you guys talk about it because I say it all the time. I tell people, uh, you know, when sometimes you're down and you're down to your lowest point, you know, don't feel like you're the only one going through it. There's people around the world at the same time you feeling that, they feeling the same thing. We just don't know about it because it's not broadcast.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
every feeling that you feel today, as we are talking right now, whatever we feel, someone in the world is feeling that same feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Mm-hmm.
if it's good, bad, great, good energy, bad energy, people around the world are feeling the same way. So, I just tell people to don't feel like sad, like because you feel like you're the only one going through the situation. People around the world are going through it. What you need to do is figure it out and try to overcome it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, because we have so much bad energy in this planet that overpowers the good energy,
Every day.
so you know you need to seek that good energy. If it's your friend, your partners, because around good energy you're always going to feel good, you're always going to feel
Yes.
motivated,
Yes.
and it just gives you a good lift,
Yes.
you
And then
know.
also with Bestie and Me, we've been friends for over 20 years, and we can say anything we want to each other. We can say whatever the way we're feeling, like on it, like bitch, you just pissed me off. Why'd you say that? You know what I mean? We want women to know that instead of being in competition with each other because of society, like how you said, we need to empower each other.
That's
And
right.
so our friendship, our relationship, we want to be an example to others. So you're not out there dogging the next woman who probably has 3 children like myself,
Right.
single, divorced, struggling, or whatever, going through emotional trauma, whatever, and actually having women to reach out to, and your best friend, actually, because honestly there's not very many women out there our age that actually have a real best friend these days, because the competition is so harsh
It is.
between women.
It is. And it's always competition. You know,
Yes.
it's always competition. So
Oh,
Nicole says, I want to hear about what you both are up to this year.
this year.
Yeah, what
Well,
am I up to, Nicole? She's so funny.
well, I'm getting into movies.
That's right.
That's what I'm getting to, is into movies. And I'm so excited. I'm excited to be, I never thought that I would be, you know, I was in a movie with Momokoi's Winter Jam 2021. Him and Andrea kind of me into that. And
Yeah.
so, I was like, okay, this is not so bad. I like it. I like it. I was nervous, but
Yeah. Yeah.
you
That's
know,
what it is. Yeah, I get it. First time for everything is always nervous because you not know how you're gonna perform. You just got to be ready. So
yeah.
I
But I
get it.
had great people
Yeah,
around me to
yeah,
help me.
that's right. And that's what I'm talking about. Surrounding yourself around those type of people that really want to help you and see you grow.
Yes.
And not be selfish about helping someone else because you're in a higher position and you want people to glorify you because you're in a higher position. I don't think that's a friend. A friend would be if I'm in a higher position and we're both doing the same thing, and I know you're an actress and I know you have the potential and I'm a little higher than I can bring you up. I'm gonna do that because that's what friends are for. I'm not gonna sit here and watch you struggle when I can be a help to you. You know,
That's awesome.
if I can't bring you to where I'm at, I'm going to at least say, okay, well, you don't have enough experience to be where I'm at. So what can I do for Ulu? Okay, so let me put you in with some people that I know that need some background extras, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say,
Mm-hmm.
get some extra and get some background shots in the movie, where you're in the background, maybe uh, sweeping or cleaning the table, or you might say a few words, get your feet wet.
Hey, pick
To
that up.
Yeah,
Yeah. You
to
see me sweeping? Pick
yeah,
it up.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
a small part,
Yep.
because I say I always say that I'm different, right? And I tell my sons all the time, I say I'm different because I want people to win, right? If you're a friend of mine, I mean, I just met you, you seem like a good person. Why
Thank
would I
you.
want you to win or move up? Because the table's my turn one day where I might say, Ulu, I want to get into this position. You might say, you know what? I'm going to help you. I got the right people to connect you to. And that's what I'm talking about, you know, uh, 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 helping each other and not being selfish of
Yes.
your position or how how far you can fly, how much reach you got.
Yes.
God is giving you that for a reason. It's not for you to keep it to yourself.
Amen.
It's
That's
for,
right.
it's for you to help others, like you would want the next person to help you. You know, but again, you can't do that with everybody because everybody don't have the best interest for you as well. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
So you gotta kind of pick and choose who you feel that will return that favor, not just to you, but to someone else that deserves the favor.
Yes. And you know what? Like when you were saying that, it's because blessings come back in hundredfold.
Yes.
When you out there and you bless others, you you are creating that energy, that circle for yourself as well. So
Right.
like how you said, you might come to me one day, I'll be like, yeah, Don, let's go, I got this, you know, I need a Hawaiian musician or whatever. I know
Yeah.
a lot of musicians
Right.
in Hawaii, and I'm trying to be the bridge for them to come to Vegas.
Right.
So you might say, you know what, I really need this for this little thing. Okay, I
Yeah.
got you, I know somebody.
Right.
And that's the blessings that are coming back hundredfold, back and forth. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're
Right.
supposed to do that. And that's part of Ho'oponopono Keala, realizing that you are of greatness. So
Right.
you're going to share your greatness with people.
Yes. Yes. And you know, I've learned, Ulu, in my life, that selfishness doesn't get you nowhere.
That's right.
It don't it closes doors for you.
Yes.
And you'll be like, man, I was just going through here. What happened? You know, God works in mysterious ways. He puts you in different places to meet different people that you have no idea who these people are, but those people are really, really willing to help you. They're really there for you. You know,
Yes.
so
Yep.
and when they give you these opportunities, is because they see something in you. You know, you flourish. You know, you got a great heart. Okay, I'm gonna give this to Ulu. I'm gonna give her this push and see where she can take it and see what she does for it. Now she got it. She did something with it. Now she's spreading the love, and that's when people be like, "That's the woman we need to work with," because she's
Yes,
working
and
with
that's what I desire too. I desire that. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, she was a thought.
it. Right.
No, I don't. And I'm gonna tell you, Victor, Don,
Yeah,
Vic.
you can call me Victor. Victor's fine.
Okay. Um, I left Hawaii on the assumption that I was gonna come here, having a place to stay, having a vehicle to do all these things. Someone was going to help me when I got here. Now I left my ohana, my family back home, and everything that I knew. My son, my grandson, my daughter-in-law, my sisters, my niece, everything that I knew, my
Right.
community. So when I made the decision to come here and that happened to me when I didn't have anything. I didn't know where I was going to go, what was going to happen. I said, "You know what? I made a decision and this is what's going to happen now. I got a job the first week that I got here."
Right.
And so it brought me to Henderson. Now I've been living here in the same apartment for 4 years. I'm actually teaching hula in Henderson. I got on Facebook Live for my job. I get to do lives for my job.
Okay.
I get
Okay.
paid to, hey guys, check this out. Whoop, whoop, I get
Yeah.
to do that. And it's fun because I'm that type of person. But what I'm trying to get at is that I tell everybody this. I'm a homegrown island girl, 100%. Have not been anywhere off the rock except when I was 7 and 8.
Right.
Never, not knowing anything. I did not leave my son, my grandson, my only son, and my daughter-in-law to come here and bullshit.
Right.
So that's that's what I thrive on. I
Right.
have to do something great because I left back home where I was comfortable. I
Right.
had a great job, 401k, everything, woo, everything. You know? But I
Right.
wasn't happy. I was
Right.
something, it was, I had to leave. And so
Right.
when I came here, I'm much more happier now because I do my business I run my own business from home. I go to work. I'm part of a district business association on Water Street.
Okay.
I mean, like, it's just great. I'm meeting great people on social media and all that. And I have never been happy. And my two girls, they have never been happier either.
Wow.
Never.
That's so awesome.
They have mom with them.
Right. Right.
I can still make money from home and do my jewelry and, my daughter's making money. And
Right.
you know.
That
Yeah,
that's so great.
that's a blessing.
Yeah, I always say
Thank you.
when we go through the things that we all go through, it's I always say that it's God, making us go through these things so that we can learn from them and become stronger and better at what we do, you know,
Yeah,
and become more
yeah,
responsible with ourselves and life itself. I don't think that anything we go through is a mistake. It's a learning experience. I don't say nothing is a mistake. I think everything's a learning mistake, even if it's good or bad. If it's bad, then you had to go through it so you can learn from it and be
yeah.
able to talk about it. If we go through good, then that's because it was meant to be. So I
Yes,
don't look at life or anything as a mistake or anything. Anything in life happens for a reason. That's the way God created it.
yes, he did. He did. And I also look at all these things that are being presented to me, even with the movies and the shows and my ability to teach hula. And people know me. People associate me with Archer and Jane Facebook lives. They're like, I oh my gosh, it's Ulu. And I'm like, what? Um, One lady was staring at me. She's like, I'm sorry I'm staring at you, but I know you from somewhere. And then somebody mentioned, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, our church Facebook Live, yeah, that's me. But I feel like it's my contribution as a returning of what I have been blessed with.
Right,
Just the fact that I'm here doing this and I'm happy is also just enough reward for making my choices. And so me being here on the show with you and then working hard with Terry and Fireproof and D Haven Enterprise and all of that and my bestie, I feel like it's a contribution. My work is a contribution as a I don't want to say payment because
right,
it sounds like an obligation.
right, right.
No, I want to say more of a I don't know. Think of the word. Like I said,
Blessings or something like that. Like a
blessings, yes. So for me to pay it forward because the fact that I'm here,
right.
I'm happy.
Good. I'm happy that you're happy because if you're happy, I'm happy.
Woo, yes. We gotta
So
be.
right. So you coming here from Hawaii and leaving everything behind. You met beautiful people. Nicole is an awesome person. She's a person that knows a lot of people. So
Yes.
you never know what's going to happen, what's going to open for you. And where your career is going to go. You know where you want it to go, but sometimes you go in the career and all of a sudden something else pops up and you take a left,
Yep.
and you'd be like, wow, this was better than where I was going. So, those choices in your life are going to come. I say you just got to keep connecting with the right people that are doing things, because this industry is full of people that put up smoke screens and sell you stories and then nothing comes through, and then you feel like you failed because you're like, wow, I spent all this time, doing this with this person and nothing is coming to flow. So you got
Yes.
to look somewhere else. So, this industry is like that. Um, but for most part, I see, some great people, and Nicole is a person that, she loves to help.
Yes.
She's
I
always
see that.
she's always posting her stuff and telling people come on down, so you can just tell that she's not a selfish person. She's willing to help, but to an extent, because um things have happened to her too where she had posted her where she was just wasting her time,
Yeah.
filming, and people trying to get to your pocket instead of helping you. Hi, Rachel. So those are things that happen in life for you to wake up and kind of see the industry different. Not everybody that comes to you and offer you things are really there for you, or
Yeah.
maybe
Genuine.
right, genuine, or maybe you have something that they need and they're coming to you and offering this to get. There's always something,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
But for
Yes.
most
And they
part,
have an ultimatum. They give you an ultimatum.
right, but for most part, you know, um, Nicole's genuine. She's genuine. That's why I'm going. That's why I'm going to take a trip out there to see Nicole, meet up with her. Um, Also, my friend Catherine Colvin Pacino. She's from Vegas. I got a few people that I know that are out in Vegas that are doing things that I want to go out there, not just to meet them, but to do things as well. Maybe get in a few talk shows while I'm out there. Make my time valuable.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and get to meet other actors, directors, talk show hosts, studios. That's what I like to make my trips about. If you was to come here to Boston, right? Say I'm going to Boston, and I know you're coming, and I'm gonna try to make your visit here worth it. I said, okay, come to the studio. You do a live show out here at the studio. Go to the radio station. If you're a singer, and try to get you on a radio to perform one of your songs and make it, you know, worth your while to come and visit. And then after all that, you can go and party and meet
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's how I try to do it
Yes.
because you know when you travel, you spend a lot of money, hotel, food, um, rental. To go to a place, any place in general, and you say, okay, I'm here, I'm on a vacation, but it's not a productive vacation. You're not doing anything, you know, that has to do with your career. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm
Yeah.
going to Miami. I'm going to Miami, but I'm already going to have stuff set up. I'm going to go do a interview. I'm going to go do a short film. I'm going to go meet some producers or whatever the case may be. So as you're traveling, you're also working and you're moving up. So that's what I'm.
Yeah. When you
That
have your own business like that, you work 24/7. I learned that real quick. I'm always working on content, jewelry, practicing hula,
right,
chanting, advertising myself, promoting myself.
right.
I'm currently looking for Hawaiian musician artist, music art, Hawaiian music musician
Okay,
to
okay,
accompany me. So, I'm constantly on social media
right.
letting people know what I need, what I'm looking for, and also working with other people to promote myself as well. Working with Happy Earth Market here in Henderson. Yesterday, I didn't just perform, but I met some musicians as well.
Mm,
Even if they don't play Hawaiian music, you can always learn. So I said, if you guys are interested, let me know because this thing is gonna boom.
right.
Once I get the dancers,
Yeah.
ooh, I cannot wait because we'll be in Las Vegas.
Mm. I wonder how I would look in one of them hula dresses. Hula,
Ooh, well,
hula,
actually,
hula.
actually,
Okay, how is it? Talk.
aloha. Actually, the men actually they use okay. So for like modern times,
Yes.
they would use an aloha shirt, a button-up aloha shirt with aloha print, and a type of shorts.
Hmm.
But that's the modern westernized
Right.
hula, which has become part of our culture as
Right.
well. But
Home.
in ancient hula, kahiko, you would be using nothing but a loincloth.
Oh, okay. 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 Woo wee. Oh my. Oh my.
Yes.
I'll be like, excuse, can I use a towel, guys? I need a towel.
Yes, and my son, he learned how to wear one and put one on when he was about my kids, they awesome. They have great sportsmanship. My son, when I graduated from Olapa, or excuse me, Haumana to Alakai, Olapa Alakai, there's a whole ceremony that happens. And
Right.
he told me, Mom, he was 17 years old. He said, Mom, this the last time I ever go and perform with you because I'm over it. My whole life, I played music, I've traveled with you, I've done this. He said, "It's my sister's turn now, and this the last time I ever gonna do anything." I said, "Okay, fine." And honestly, I've tried it after. He's like, "Nope, nope, 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 nope." And I go, "Okay, I gotta respect that."
Right.
Because when I was younger, I didn't like hula.
Right.
My parents sent me to hula. I would ditch hula. I didn't want to go hula. But then as I matured and became an adult, I was like, wait a minute. I was born to dance. God gave me a gift,
Right.
you
Right.
know, to perpetuate my culture. So, you know, hopefully at some point he'll be like, you know what? I think I'll play music for my mama again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome, man. That's so dope. You know, I wish you a lot of success. You know, with the
Thank
hula
you.
dancing school teaching. You know, I
Thank
hope
you.
everything goes well, and with everything else. You know, your business with your daughter. I think everything goes well. You got great jewelry. Where can people find you online if they wanted to check you out or see some of your merchandise?
Well, they can check me out on Ulu High Life for You. They can send me a message. I do have a website that I am also working on. It's uluhighlife.square.site. I just put it up, so it only has my hula on there, but they can definitely check it out and actually pay for a workshop online. Um, they can also email me uluhighlife.hhm@gmail.com or hit me up on Instagram, Ulu Highlife and Ulu Gomes on Facebook.
Okay.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, Nicole saying Maria Pereza, Victor Santiago, Uli Gomez, please connect to each other.
Okay, Maria Pureza.
Pureza. Maria
Pureza.
Pureza. Maria
Pureza.
Pureza. Okay. Yeah, so
Okay.
I
Oh, we
listen.
gotta have some pateles together in
Oh,
Ganduleos when you come. Okay, panadillas,
pateles.
bacalao.
Listen, I don't know how you make your patella, but we use over here is we use sometimes we use chicken or pork in it and
Okay.
patella with bananas. You know the bananas
Yes.
they mix them and then they boil them and the meat's inside. Oh, is that the
Yes.
patella you talking about?
Yes, I used to watch my mama make that. I used to clean the achote, the red.
Oh, you
I
know what I'm
used to
talking about,
clean
girl.
the achote for her.
Ooh.
Yeah, when I
No, you
was
talking about
little, I don't know how to make pateles, but I can make pateles too
yes, you can. I know how to
with
make.
the green bananas. But
Yeah,
yes, you definitely gotta eat some Puerto Rican food when you get here.
man. Yeah, I'm a chef. You know that, right? I can cook.
Really?
Yeah,
Really? Okay, so you're gonna have, oh my goodness.
I
Who,
cook it
my
up.
kids.
The rice, the beans, the stewed beef, the stewed chicken, the baked anything. And I was blessed to learn that as a young kid. My mom and my father said to me, "The one thing you're gonna learn is how to clean, cook, take care of yourself, because there's gonna come a time in your life when you're gonna be a single man and you got to be able to do all these things. You can't depend on nobody." So I'm
Yes.
grateful that they taught me how to cook, clean, do my laundry, everything. You know that. Uh,
We have a great mama.
yeah. Well, she passed away, my father too, but you
Oh,
know, yeah,
blessings.
yeah. But you know, they
Mine
taught.
too.
Yeah, it's bad, but I keep those good memories, you know, uh and I use them.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you do come, I'll cook some Hawaiian and Filipino food for you.
My
If
goodness.
you cook Puerto Rican food.
Oh, that's so easy. That's an easy task, Ulu. That's an easy
Okay, okay. I'll make
task.
some
Okay.
Hawaiian food and Filipino food.
I love it. I love it. And we'll have Nicole there tasting the food.
Yes.
She'll be the
She's gonna wanna eat. Yes, she
test.
goes because she goes all over to eat. So
See
she's a
that?
foodie person. She loves to try some new food.
Oh boy, that's our song. You know what I'm saying? And Rosa Bichuela, she be ready to go. So I want to thank you, Ulu, for coming on the show. You're great. You're wonderful.
Thank
I
you
wish
for
you so
having
much
me.
success. And you know, again, you know, you want to get into acting, just reach out to some people that are into that, and maybe hopefully they can help you and lead you the right way.
Thank you for
You,
having me.
you're so
I
cool.
enjoyed it. Thank you.
So did I. So I'll see you soon. Hopefully
Mhm.
I'll see you in Vegas.
Yes, yes. We gotta definitely see. I'm hungry. I didn't eat. So all this talk about Puerto Rican food and Hawaiian food,
Oh,
like I'm like, oh, I'm hungry now.
Ooh, baby. So, you know, when I come out there, and I'm gonna get on the plane, I'm expecting to see my hula girls. La, la,
Oh,
la. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yes,
Girl Big is in
we
the
want to
building.
bring that old style back, as a
Yeah.
matter of fact.
Yeah. So when I come out the airport, I better see me some Hawaiian girls there throwing flowers and, you know, putting the hula thing around me.
Yep.
Ooh-wee. Okay. So thank you for coming aboard. You're wonderful. Love you. And I'll see you soon.
Aloha. Mahalo. Thank you. I'll see you soon.
Bye. So that was Ulu Gomez. She's amazing, all the way from Las Vegas. People, this is what I'm talking about amazing people that come on the show. Thank Nicole Vegas for making that connection for us. I really appreciate it. She's so dope. And eventually I'll get to meet her when I go to Vegas and meet up with Nicole out there, and Catherine, if she's out there, and my man Christopher and Iris, also that's in Las Vegas. So this is what I'm saying, people. With this show, I've met so many people around the world, all over the states, that, you know, when you get to visit these places, you have someone to call and hang out and connect to and build a relationship and get into things. You know, so it's awesome that we have that ability to do that on our shows, to meet amazing people from all over the world. So I definitely want to shout out Ula Gomez and for coming on the show. She's great. People follow her on all her media platforms. Show her support, show her the love. Yeah, I got a cold. I don't know if y'all can hear it. I've been sneezing all day, but big shout out to you guys that came on the show, to the supporters on the Don Vic Show. You guys are great. I have one more show at 7:00. Make sure you guys tune in. She's a screenwriter, director, and actor by the name of Becca Spencer. She'll be on the show. Thank you to Bao Thomas for making that possible for me. Also, big shout out to Mike Wagner from the Mike Wagner Show. He's an amazing guy. Make sure you guys follow him. Shauna Gibson, Queen G Experience, also an amazing woman. Make sure you follow her show. She's so dope. My man Pop from Pop Radio, I'm Chicago. Brandy Martin, also from Chicago. Kay Shoyer from Brooklyn. All these amazing talk shows, guys. You can come on and link onto them and get on that show. So with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you guys for watching. It's your boy Don Vic from the Don Vic Show, and I'll see you guys at 7:00 tonight with Miss Becca Spencer, director, screenwriter, and actor. So don't miss it. Peace.